Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, I'm using a happy scrappy bag that I got from my little scrapbook store, and we're gonna jump right on in. For some reason, I don't know why, I started getting stuff together for a layout on a live chat. So I had this already kind of like picked out, and the paper collection I want to say is from Jen Hadfield, and I have laid out and torn and inked the edges to these three pattern papers, and I'm gluing them down using my art glitter glue. And then as I press it down on some of the edges, I am going to kind of ruffle them up so that way you really see the texture. And I used the Simon Says Stamp ink pad khaki with an ink blender. So you can use your distress inks. You can use whatever inks are in your collection. All you need is a distress tool and a foam pad, and use your ink. You can use dye-based inks to ink your edges. Um, I'm all about not only getting new products, but I'm also use what you have. And if what you have is dye inks, then just get the tool itself and you can still do the same thing. Some of the blending techniques might be a little harder with the dye inks because they absorb more into the paper, but there's ways and techniques you can do with a lot of different ink pads. Okay. So now that we have that all glued down, I have different elements from the collection I've taken out, and I've kind of put that I want to use on the project itself. So these are leather banners, and they have little brads that you can pierce through the paper and attach that way. And then I want to use my last two photos that I had printed out of my cat. I used that on the previous layout. I did two. And so I was like, you know what? Let me finish these other two. And then that way, that's done. So you're going to see a lot of fiddling here because I wanted to use the cat in the ephemera pieces because I'm like, how often or what am I going to use that for? And I might as well use it now. So I was going through some more of the elements that come with the collection. There's a sticker book, there's some gold elements, there's a lot of different ephemeras and a sticker sheet. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. And that's the one thing I like about the Happy Scrappy bags is you can get a lot of product in them that will allow you to do a lot of different things with your layouts. I know sometimes for me it's harder to go like more minimal, but sometimes a layout deserves that. Like if you just, you know, you don't want to use too much, or keep it nice and simple, you can do that. If you want to make it more complex, you can do that too. Right there, I was holding up different green solid papers. I know this color is more like an olive green, but I really don't have a solid olive colored paper. So in the kind of like I guess the leaf paper that's on top, there's different shades of green. So I decided that I wanted to find a green that was kind of close to that, and that would work. So I grabbed this green, and I mean, just a little bit is peeking out. So it's not like it's gonna ruin the whole setup of the layout, but it just gives the photo a little bit of something something. Now that tool I'm using is a distresser tool. It came out a while ago with Prima, and I still use it. I still love it. I got the Tim Holtz distress tool, but it's so hard to keep a track of it because it's not like, it's almost like a keychain, but it's not attached to anything. So I always wind up losing it and trying to figure out like, where is it? Where did I put it? But this with the handle, it's so big. I mean, I stick it in my holder with like my paintbrushes and stuff, and it's very easy to find. So now I'm going to cut up some fun foam, and we're going to put that on the back of our photos. And then I'm going to attach those. They're kind of like scallop pieces. I'm going to attach those to the bottom of the one photo and the top of the other, just to add a little bit of interest. A little something underneath the photo. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the one up top, but I'm going to trim this a little bit because there wasn't enough room to attach the scallop piece on the top part. And I like how that looks. And I keep fiddling. Sometimes I like it where they were kind of off center. But I think I decided to go kind of this way, where the one cat is kind of sitting on that banner on the side. The other cat is up at the top. And then we're just going to add elements to where the papers are layered. And I'm going to do that by using stickers, using some of these black and white, sort of like puffy stickers. I'm going to start with that. I think I'm going to put a couple of things down and kind of create a little story right there. It says, remember my best friend. And then I'm going to put her name underneath, which is Leia. And then the leather piece actually says, hello, friend. And once we create like the little area for that, that'll let me fit her name right there next to the photo. And we're going to glue stuff down and get this whole thing going and getting it all put together. All right. And sometimes, there's no rhyme or reason of when to start gluing and when not to. I think it all just depends on if you know for sure, okay, that's it. That's where the photo's going to go and nothing else is going to move for that. Then go ahead and put it down. If it's something where you're not 100% sold, then I would wait. Go ahead and lay out more stuff. Figure out exactly what you want to use. And once you get it more secure and exactly how you want it, then start gluing down. And if you're ever not sure and you're by yourself and you're crafting, take a photo of it. Stand up over top of your layout, take a photo, and then look at it through your phone. And it gives you a different perspective. And it'll let you see where you might need to add something, move something, whatever the case may be. And I find it to be a real helpful tool. I really do. So now I'm taking some of these gold elements. These are like puffy stickers as well, but they're leaves and flowers and little bits. It's very nice. So you can use these on a couple of different layouts or cards for sure, because you just get so much on that one page. And then I was thinking as I was laying down that one piece that my journaling is going to go underneath the actual photo. And here is where I was like, you know what? I could cut this in half, stick it underneath so a little bit sticks out, and use it on both sides. And then boom. Because I didn't use any gesso, I can just put the sticker down. Now, if you have trouble with your sticker sticking, then just use a little bit of glue, wet glue underneath, like your art glitter glue or your Scotch glue, whichever one you have, and it'll help with keeping them staying on the project. Okay, so once again, little bits just sticking out here and there. And then I'm going to grab, let me see. I'm trying to look here at my project and the video as I do the voiceover. So bear with me. Okay, yeah. So I picked up over there on the left, I put stay cozy, and I'll eventually put a little foam or puffy heart over there. On that white one I just put on says remember this. And then I put a little foam underneath the my happy places with you, with the the ephemera piece. We're going to go ahead and glue that down, and then I'm going to put this white piece underneath, and we'll wind up putting the date. And the date is actually the date that I created this layout, because I don't know when I took the picture. And this layout is more about just something to remember her by. And more than it is about the actual photo itself, as far as like what date it was taken. So I was thinking about using these butterflies. I like them, but I just feel like it wasn't tying in with what I needed it to for this particular project. So I put them back into their ephemera pieces, and now I'm going to put down some puffy gold hearts in different areas. And then I decided to bring out the Pink Fresh Studio gems, and we're going to use, there's a dark green, then there's sort of like a light green, and I think I wind up using the lighter green. I think it matched the green around the photos better, and it just wasn't as like striking, I guess. The dark green was like a little too dark. So I'm just sprinkling these around. No rhyme or reason, and I don't even think I counted like if I was odd or even. Sometimes that rule, it just doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, it's a rule of thumb, but it's not like, you'll get yelled at if you do even numbers. Like the odd number, police is gonna come out and be like, "What are you doing?" Follow what you like. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, it's about what you enjoy seeing on your project. This is the final touches type thing. The last little bit of, something, just to give the project a little, pizzazz, depending on when you pick it up and how you tilt it and stuff like that. And then I'm just putting a few more down. A little art glitter glue. Sorry about that. I was trying to talk and yawn at the same time. Does not work. And then, I found a few more in by the side of the photos there that I almost forgot. Okay. So, since I have most of that all done, now I'm going to grab the foam thickers. And these they're really cool. There's a little design on them. So there's vines with some flowers, and there's a couple of hearts, or maybe that's a flower. The detailing on it is really cute. And my cat's name is Leia. Now, I don't have children, so this was my child, so I named her after me, kind of, because my name is Tanta Leia, so I just took the last part of my name and made it her name, and she was a character, let me tell you. So right now, I'm trying to lay down my T-square to get as many lines as I can. I just want to do something just right there under the photo. Mind you, I'm not a big fan of my signature or my handwriting. And then to boot, my pen, for some reason, the ink just didn't want to like me. So I'm trying to I have refills, and I was trying to find another pen, just something that I could use. But then I found, like I said, that refill, and I was like, I can put in what I need to. And then there you go. So I wind up writing, "This is my sweet cat. Leia, she passed away 2 years ago, and I still miss her." I should have put hashtag, but I just put my Diva Cat with a heart. And then up above where I first started, I decided to put, "She never liked me holding her." Because that was true. She was not that kind of cat. You know how when they show you snuggling and, curling up on your lap? Yeah, Leia did not do that. She was kind of like, "I know you want me, and so therefore you'll never have me." So now we're going to cover up our photos, and we're going to do the splatters. So on this one, I started with the gold splatters, and I'm not worried. I got some of the bigger droplets, and it doesn't bother me. On the wood grain paper, it's kind of on the darker side, so you can see it, but it's not like it's. Oh, you guys, did you just see that little drop I did? So I had to mimic that line somewhere else. I was like, how am I going to do this? So I decided up here, I'm going to do another line. So I did it 3 times, so it looks like I did it on purpose. And sometimes you just have to do that. You know what I mean? Because I didn't mean to drop it. It wasn't my goal to drop it, but I did. And that's what happened. And I wasn't going to chuck my project because of that little boo boo. So that's our final project. I mean, it came together rather quickly considering, but I really do love how everything sort of like just came together. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and comment down below. I will have links to my little scrapbook store. I want to say the links I have are to the old websites. I know they're going to be transitioning to a new one. But if you go over to Facebook and ask to join the group, you should get the information you need for that. Okay. So thanks again, you guys, and I hope you have a great day.